Hi y'all, my name is Caroline and I am 3 weeks post-op today from my conversion from vertical sleeve gastrectomy to RNY gastric bypass. I'm just gonna read my notes because I figured that would be the quickest way to get this video done. I'm sorry that I didn't do my 2-week post-op video. I've just had so much going on, and when I read all this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you did have a lot going on. So let's just jump right into the stats. So May 27th of 2021 was my highest pre-surgery weight before the RNY. My highest weight ever before VSG was 288, but my highest pre-surgery weight, because I regained basically all my weight, was 282 pounds. On June 2nd, that was my pre-op liquid diet weight, and I did have to do the pre-op liquid diet for 1 week. I was 275.5 pounds, so I lost a little bit. I just did like a little bit of like low carb, 1,400 calories a day. Nothing like really intense. Mostly I was stressed out, so that's why I lost the weight. Then June 9th was the day of my surgery, and I went in and I weighed 268 pounds. Then right after surgery, for the first 4 days, so immediately after surgery, you gain weight because you have fluid and air that they fill you up with. So I basically regained all the way back up to 282 pounds. So it took me 4 days to get back down to 268 pounds after my surgery. And then from there, at my 1 week post-op day, so that was June 16th, I weighed 263 pounds. So I did lose some weight, but I also had to get through all that fluid and swelling and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, so then today I am 3 weeks post-op for the last 15 minutes of today. So I weighed myself at the end of the night, and I don't normally do that, but I wasn't planning on doing this video, and I was like, well, maybe I should get my weight. So normally I weigh in the morning, and that's the least amount that you'll weigh all day is in the morning. So probably in the morning I'll weigh a little bit less than this, but I just weighed in at 260 pounds, and that was right after eating dinner and drinking a ton of water. All right, so here's kind of what's been going on. I'm just going to read down the list. I had to take my pain meds a few more times, but I'm off them now, and I'm only taking Tylenol very occasionally. When I do, it's because I've overdone it that day and just really put myself in a bad position where I've overdone things, and now I'm in pain. Let's see. I've also... Oh, I can safely pick up my son now for short periods of time. So I can move him from his crib to my bed, or put him on the changing table, or put him in his car seat, or anything like that. I can also drive. I was driving, at probably 1 week post-op, but I was trying to be careful because you don't want to be on pain medicine and then drive. I went to my 2-week post-op appointment. I was cleared to start the soft food diet. I'm still struggling with some constipation, but not anywhere near as bad as it was. And I am taking fiber daily, and I'm taking more than the recommended dosage on the bottle. I'm doing the sugar-free gummies. I know that gummies are bad, but this is literally just a fiber supplement, so it's not like I'm doing a gummy multivitamin or something like that. It's just I'm trying to get some fiber into my body so that I can have bowel movements. So don't judge. So I'm actually taking probably 3 or 4 times the recommended dose, because the recommended dose is only 5 milligrams of fiber, and I am struggling with constipation. It's way better than it was, like I said, but it got better when I started taking fiber. And I've also still been doing the prebiotics that are in my Bariatric Pal calcium chews, so that I think that's helping too. The Bariatric Pal vitamins, I got the giant round chewables for my multivitamin, with the iron, One, they're nasty. I think I only ever ate 2 of them. I do not recommend them. The first ingredient is sugar. So, like, I couldn't figure out what was wrong with them. Like, they tasted so bad, and I have a really terrible sugar aversion because I just had bariatric surgery. And I had my husband eat one because I was like, something is not right with these. And he tried one, and he said, no, they taste fine. And then he's like, oh, I bet they have sugar. And I looked, and the first ingredient is sugar. And it's not like fake sugar. It's not like stevia. It's sugar. And so that's probably why it made me feel awful and tasted terrible. And I couldn't handle those. So I got the Bariatric Pal multivitamin chews, but they don't have iron in them. So I had to get like an iron supplement. Now, I talked to the nutritionist. She said I could just start taking the capsules because now I can handle swallowing capsules, but I want to eat up the chews that I already bought. And then my husband is being a trooper, and he took the nasty chewable like round tablet things with him underway. So speaking of which, my husband did go meet his boat. And I can talk about it because it was posted on like the Navy website, so it's like not OPSEC anymore, so don't freak out on me. Anyways, he's on the USS Alaska Gold, and they pulled into the port of Gibraltar, and he met the boat there, and so now he is with the boat, wherever the boat may be. So anyways, he is not home, and let's see. My weight loss stalled really, really badly for all of week 2 and a lot of week 3. And I think there's a couple of factors to that. One is we found out that my husband was going to leave on exactly like 2 weeks post-op. That's the day I found out he was going to leave. And then he left, I think, like 3 or 4 days after that. So, but we were told like it was going to be the next day, and then we were going to told it was going to be the next day after that. Then we were told it's going to be the next day after that. So it was always like we had 3 last days where it was just extremely stressful. I can't even begin to explain the amount of stress that it was to get him packed, all the stuff he needed. We went to Walmart about 16 times. I mean, it was awful. And then like, making sure that he had everything he needed to travel, like with COVID and everything. I don't recommend it. It was not a good time. So I was very, very stressed out, and I was not focusing on eating. And so there were a couple days that I just like really didn't eat. And I couldn't figure out like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And my lips, like even now, my lips are so dry. Like I was dehydrated, I was dizzy, I felt sick. Well, it's because I had like 0 calories and no protein and no water, and I was just running on absolute fumes. So, and not to mention we have 4 kids. Top that all off. Okay, so then what else? Oh yeah, so my weight loss stalled really badly. It has started picking back up the last couple days since he's been gone. Not that I want my husband to be gone, y'all, but like, I feel like I can return to some semblance of a routine. We're not running back and forth to Walmart a million times a day. I'm not living under like this, oh my gosh, he's gonna leave and we have to soak up every second. I don't know. I just feel like I could breathe. Like I want him to be home, but also like getting ready for a deployment is so stressful, and there's so much pressure. So anyways, now that pressure is off, like I've started actually eating again and getting protein in. And I can tell the difference. Like I'm not exhausted. Now, I did not do as good today on water as I should have because my lips are really dry right here. You can tell. And that's like one of my big indicators that I'm dehydrated. So after this, I'm going to go drink a bunch of water. But I just ate. So like I'm trying not to eat and drink at the same time. But the reality is I have been eating and drinking at the same time. It doesn't cause me any pain. Okay, so speaking of pain, I have not had any dumping. I have not vomited. I haven't eaten anything that has made me feel ill or bad or, oh no, my pouch can't handle that. I have tried bread because I was allowed to have toast on the soft food diet. And now when I say I have tried bread, what I mean is I have taken a bite of a piece of whole wheat toast and I didn't vomit. So I was okay. But it's not like, I don't know, it wasn't as satisfying as I wanted it to be, you know, like I really do, like I really wanted to eat the egg more, if that makes sense. So I have been eating bacon. I'm chewing it really, really, really good, but it hasn't bothered me at all. So that's been kind of like my snack, is to eat like one piece of bacon, and I'm probably going to switch to turkey bacon. But I was trying to get my calorie intake up, and just any kind of like high calorie protein food that I could, because I wasn't getting any calories in. So I still drink the protein shakes, but I'm getting more resistant to drinking them and favoring eating solids more. My go-to foods are like scrambled eggs, bacon, ground beef, like taco meat. I've been eating that. It has not bothered me, so I'm going to keep eating it. Ground chicken has been fine. I've done like ground Italian chicken sausage. That was fine. Ground pork was fine. So none of that has bothered me, so I'm going to keep eating it because it's really like the best way for me to get protein in. Now, when I say I'm eating it, I mean like I eat 3 bites, but it's still better than, I mean, it does fill me up, but I'm not, when I measure out like the ground meat that I've been eating, because I put them in these little tiny cups, I'm normally eating between 1 and 2 ounces of meat. So I feel like that's pretty good. I have tried like those little Laughing Cow cheeses with like a cracker or 2, but I really can't handle more than like 4 crackers total with those little cheese wedges. So string cheese is good. I'm still not drinking, but I'm still eating the sugar-free Jell-O. I've had sugar-free pudding, but I've only had it twice. I don't really love it. I've had sugar-free popsicles, but I've only had them like twice. I'm just not like, I don't know, not really like enthusiastic about it. Oh, sorry. What else? Okay, my baby, he's scheduled for surgery at the end of July. He has an airway disorder called laryngomalacia, and he also has very severe GERD, and so he needs surgery to get his adenoids removed to alleviate some of the airway issues that he's having, and that way he hopefully won't have to have the supraglotoplasty for the laryngomalacia, which is very much more dangerous than getting your adenoids removed. So that is coming up at the end of July. What else? Sorry, my screen just went down. Okay, so one of my daughters just started anxiety medication today. That was a really, really hard decision. I probably cried 3 or 4 times, but we have been doing OT and therapy since she was probably like 2 or 3, and she's been having panic attacks and severe anxiety since she was 1. So and she does have ADHD, and she is medicated for that, and we tried all of that and the coping mechanisms, and we're doing everything that we can, but really she just has very, very severe anxiety. So that was hard. I threw my oldest daughter a water park birthday for her 12th birthday, and I was able to submerge in the water safely. Nothing bad happened with my incisions, and I was given the all clear before I did that. We are going to go to Great Wolf Lodge in LaGrange, Georgia in mid-July before my son's surgery, and just enjoy like a vacation, some downtime. We're going to go for 2 nights, 3 days. One of the other wives from my husband's boat is going to go with me with her daughter, who's the same age as my son. We actually gave birth like right next door to each other the same night. So they're like little best friends. But anyways, we're going to go with my kids, her daughter, her, and my mom is coming too to help. So that's going to be fun. I'm really, really excited about that. We got them the little like themed kid cabin suite. And yeah, anyways, I'm excited. It's going to be our first time going. So if you have any tips for Great Wolf Lodge, please let me know. We are not going to do any of the dining stuff. And I think I'm going to wait until we get there and figure out like what kid wants to do what before I decide which pass which kid gets, because the passes are a little bit expensive and I just want to make sure that they actually want to do what's on the pass. All right. Oh, my kids are not going to be homeschooled anymore. They're going back to public school, and my oldest just got her COVID vaccine this week. And what else? It's just been crazy, y'all. Like I am hanging on by a thread, but I think my weight loss is going to get better when I really commit to my calorie goal for the day, my protein goal for the day, and my water intake for the day. And I'm refocusing. I just got my yard cleaned up. I just got my house cleaned up. We're going to have a 4th of July party, and my mother-in-law is coming this weekend. And then I'm going to do my best between now and then to keep my sanity. But then after everybody leaves, after the 4th of July, I'm really going to recommit to tracking and being intentional and getting back into a good routine and doing the things that make me happy and focusing on my mental health. I am going to therapy and stuff, but like what I mean by focusing on my mental health is like taking me time and not guilting myself for that and letting some things go and really like trying to relax, because I think also like the high level of stress that I've been under has been difficult for the whole weight loss thing. But I am still losing. It's slower than it was with the sleeve, but it's still all in the right direction. So I'm not complaining, because I did a number to my body the last couple weeks, and I mean, I think everybody just has bad couple of weeks or something, but anyways, and then plus like your body's in shock because you just got done with surgery and it's trying to readjust. Oh, and speaking of in shock, I forgot to add, my aunt just died after over 2 years of fighting triple negative breast cancer. It's just hard. It's hard, y'all. So, but life happens. Sometimes loved ones die. Sometimes your husband gets deployed. Sometimes you have 4 kids that are like screaming and yelling, and somebody needs this and somebody hit somebody else, and you've got a million errands to run and doctor's appointments and stuff. And you like, I think like I'm trying to like not guilt myself over like how badly I treated my body the last week or so, but just like kind of pick up from here, move forward, and like recommit to my protein goals, my calorie goals, and my fluid intake goals. So I'm going to start off by finishing my cup of water that I've got here, and I'm just going to relax because all my kids are in bed. I'm going to post this video and call it good. And I'm going to try to do another check-in next week, because it'll be 1 month post-op, and I'll let y'all know how all that went. So thanks for listening, and if you like my videos, please hit the like button and leave me a comment. Give me some tips for Great Wolf Lodge, y'all, and yeah, have a happy 4th of July this weekend.